Good day, everyone. This is Patrick from EasyFX Code Training System, and it's Saturday, the 25th of September, 2021, and it's the weekly technical analysis for the euro, the cable, and the Aussie dollar for the 5th week of September. Let's begin with the euro, where it has still managed to find support at the 117 round figure area. I did try to dip below that on Wednesday after the FOMC decisions, but then recovered strongly on the Thursday, but then gave some of it back on the Friday. So still finding support at 117 and closed near the 78.6 FIB retracement of this swing move up. So in a way, it's still consolidating for the most part of last week. So it's still trying to hang on. Did not test the swing low here. So the resistance is still going to be at the monthly pivot at the 117.90 area near the 50 FIB retracement of this swing move. And support is still going to be at the 117.00 area. Right, and this coming week there's some minor news, but the major ones will be on Sunday, where the German elections are taking place to find the successor to Angela Merkel, and we'll see whether there's any impact on the start of the week next week. And then some minor news towards the end of the week. Right, so the only impact was on the Wednesday from the Federal Reserve, where it was slightly hawkish, and they've determined that they would start or would decide on the tapering at the next meeting in November, and likely to start tapering then as well. So either then or perhaps announce it for December. And also with potential rate hike in one rate hike in 2022. So that was the reason for the slightly hawkish move on the US dollar and at the expense of the other major currencies. So let's take a quick look at the US dollar index, where it did start above this swing high area, 93.17, but then just whipsawed around that area until the Wednesday. A strong move up, gave it all back on Thursday, and then recovered about half of it, closed back up above that level again. So basically consolidating around this level here. So we'll see whether there's any movement towards moving into the last week of the month, where there's also no non-farm payroll on this 1st October, because it's right on the first day of the month, so it'll be the following week. So no change here in the bigger picture. Let's move back to the euro, and it's basically consolidating for last week. We'll see whether there's any further recovery for next week, or whether it's just going to continue consolidating as well through the end of the month. All right, let's move on to the cable. The sterling had a better performance after dipping lower on the Wednesday after the Federal Reserve announcements, and then recovered strongly on the Thursday to test the 138 retracement of this swing move down. And that was from the Bank of England's decisions on the Thursday. So this was the bullish move, which was considered hawkish. And they are expecting to start tapering towards the end of Q1 of next year. And then gave back half of that move on Friday back to the weekly S1 pivot. So basically move within the range for last week. And it dipped below this support, below the 137 and this confluence of the two fib areas here. So to the weekly S1 pivot, which is at 136.66. So it's slightly on the weaker side, and but the support is still at the 136. Didn't hit the swing low at all. Came close, but didn't test it. So this will still remain as a key support here. And then below that as well at the 62 fib on the bigger fib. So it's well below the monthly pivot now, which is at the 137.71. So that could be seen as a key resistance area. And we'll see if this support will hold if the price still manage to climb back up above 137. If not, then this will may turn out to be a resistance zone after all. Okay, and that's just below the 137 area, near 136.80, around the 80 area. This week, there's only also some minor news towards the end of the week with final GDP and final manufacturing PMI. So no major news to drive the price. So there could be just consolidation moving into the last week of the month. But looks like it could remain below the monthly pivot. Okay, so nothing exciting here though. Let's move on to the Aussie dollar. And for the Aussie dollar, it's only retail sales figures this coming Tuesday, and it did try to recover on the Thursday after the Federal Reserve on the Wednesday, where it dipped lower. Still managed to find support at the 0.7220 area, and this is the swing low that it was not able to break below. So that's at the at 0.7222, and this resistance zone has proven to be fairly strong, just below the 73.00, and confluence with the 50-Fib area and the monthly pivot just below that at the 0.7282. So that's still a strong resistance zone. Support zone was not tested at the 0.72. All right, so consolidation for last week, and which could extend through this week as well till the end of the month. So unfortunately, the tail end of the month is going to be quite boring. All right, and also on the US side, there's no major news for this coming week as well. So it could be just yeah, a lot of consolidation and range trading for this last week. All right, so do check out my other videos on spot gold and dollar yen. Have a safe week and a good trading week, and cheers for now.